Our next guest is a top-notch designer, interior designer, who's been featured on countless TV shows. He's written books. He even has his own line of products for the home. He does everything, basically. He is one busy guy, and we are so excited to have Thom Filicia in the broadcast studio with us today.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
How are you? I'm so excited to be here.
So excited you're here. Tell us what you've been up to.
Well, let's see. Well, I was just, as I was telling you, I was just in Basel, in Miami, Art Basel, which was a lot of fun. And I was there for a week doing a big project with Architectural Digest, which was a lot of fun. And I arrived here, I think, 2 days ago, and I've been doing book signings. So I was yesterday. I was at IBB. We did a big book signing, which was a lot of fun, and it was great.
Talk about the book a little bit.
The book is about the renovation and the decoration of my my weekend house. I live in New York City, and so I have a house that I go to on the weekends, and this is it's on a lake called Skinny Atlas Lake in the Finger Lakes. And it's a really sort of fun book that's about, sort of finding the house and then that whole process and finding this sort of really beautiful little wonderful town that's kind of a part of my childhood and sort of going home a little bit. And then this house that was like really dilapidated and about to fall down, and it was this beautiful piece of property. So
I feel like
I redid it.
I feel like people are obsessed with like redoing and home renovation now, and that must be exciting for you being in the interior design business. Yeah,
no, it is. It's great, and not only was it fun to actually redo the house, but also there's also doing the whole design process, the interior, the decoration process. So it's making sort of transforming all the rooms into these sort of rooms that you want to be in and live in and sit in and play in and eat in. And then also because I have a furniture line and a textile line, so I have furniture with Vanguard Furniture. I have a textile line with Kravit. I have rugs with Safavia, and I have other products that I do for the home. So I've used all of my curtain hardware and all. So it's the entire house is. I call it the infomercial.
I love
How
it.
did you get into this business? How did you get into interior design?
I studied interior design at Syracuse University. I have a degree in interior design. I've been a visiting professor there off and on, which is cool. So I studied it. I then worked for Parrish Hadley, which is a really old, venerable firm in New York City, and then I started my own company, and so that's how I did it. And then I ended up, of course, Queer Eye. That sort of, happened while I was about 3 or 4 years into owning my own business.
Okay. What was that like? That whole?
It was a lot of fun. It was great. I actually I was just with Carson recently, and also Ted separately. But I did see the guys recently, and I see them every once in a while. I'll see Jay when I go to LA, and Kyan is in New Orleans, so I'll see him when I go there.
I feel like y'all need a reunion or something.
We did, we did a reunion. We did a reunion on Watch What Happens. We did another reunion with Oprah. And they were talking about trying to get us back together on this whole thing.
Yes, please.
I know, but it was so difficult because everyone was involved in projects and doing their. I'm actually working on a potential new show right now with Hilaria Baldwin. So there's a bunch of things that are happening.
Is she going to be doing yoga all over the place?
I hope so. I hope she teaches me how to do yoga really well because I could use it. As you can tell, I'm a plus-size stay-at-home hand model.
Me too.
The pay's not great, but it's really super convenient.
I love it.
That's fantastic. Well, it's so cool. What would you give an advice to somebody who isn't looking at doing a new home and maybe finding something older that needs to be renovated? Because like myself, I don't have a great eye. When I go and see something, it's hard for me.
It's either you love it and you're in, or it's not in the right.
Somebody like you would see creative and you'd say, oh, we could do this, and I don't see that.
Well, I mean, I think right now, I think it's really to your advantage as a home buyer when you're going in, and if you can sort of, find a book like mine or other books that are out there that really sort of walk you through that process so you do understand it. Because I think having that sort of, that tool with you, having the ability to do that is really important in terms of creating, creating value in your house. Finding something that's undervalued that people don't get, like you're saying, like yourself, that's an advantage because you go in and you can look at something that most people are saying, oh, this is not interesting to me, and you say, oh, this could be so fabulous, and this is how it could be fabulous.
If I do this, this, and
this, and this, and you all of a sudden take something that's that's not relevant and you make it relevant, and also at the same time, the value of it. You benefit from that that increase in value.
And I've heard over and over and over again, when you're trying to do a big project like redecorating, get an interior designer or decorator, because you're going to end up maybe saving some money.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I think there's two things. If you have the ability to hire an architect, if you have the ability to work with a design professional, whether it's an interior designer or an architect, I think that's fabulous. Landscape designers, that's really great if you can do that. If you're in a position where maybe that's not part of your budget, I think that there are really great books out there. There are great blogs. There's so much information out there that you can tap into, but you just, even when you think that you're like, oh my God, I can't see that. Right. I think once you sort of go through the process a few times, even if it's in a book or in a blog or just sort of talking to friends, or if you have a friend that one of your best pals who might be an interior designer, bring that person over and get their ideas and their opinions. But it's really about, you probably do it with clothing all the time. You can find something, that's, vintage, that maybe it's really inexpensive, and you can look at it and go, oh my God, that's a really great piece. It's from, the 70s, and I love it, and I can totally transform this into something really fabulous.
I'm envisioning the Thom Felicia show on HGTV, like home renovation. This is what I want to happen.
Exactly. There'll be a lot of drinking.
There you go.
Yeah. You fit in great with us girls.
For a multitude of reasons.
There you go.
We're like, we've got a new girl on the show. Her name is Felicia.
Okay, we know you have to run off to an appearance, so we're going to let you go. You're going down to the design district, right?
Yes, I am.
Very cool.
I'm going to David Gilbert. We have I'm doing an event for him today that's for his for the people, for his best I guess the people are his best customers.
Okay.
So it'll be fun.
Fantastic.
Love it.
Yeah, it'll be great. Thank you. I love Dallas.
I think it may get stuck here, but that's okay.
Yeah, I know, the fog. You can find out more about Tom and get his wonderful products by going to his website. It is tomfelicia.com.